All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another special guest on the YouTube today. We have Nicole in the building, and Nicole and I have been working together for almost a year now. And Nicole, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
Good, 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 good. Okay, so Nicole has been really a really awesome client the last year, and she kind of came from a background of really not having the best relationship with food. So really quick, Nicole, I want you to just take me into your journey before working together, some of the struggles you had, kind of where you were at physically, mentally, relationship with food. Just take me into like your journey up until we started working together.
Okay. So it goes back from like years ago. All my life I've been like in that up and down, struggling with food, yo-yo dieting. Like I never was actually happy with my body. I lost a lot of weight, I gained a lot of weight, and that went on for a while. So before I started working with you, I was in a different program. I lost a lot of weight, but I still didn't like how I looked. I was at 900 calories. So I was on a plan, eating 900 calories, still hating the way I looked. And I was just like, what the hell do I do from here now? Where do I go? I can't eat nothing. I can't eat 500 calories. So what do I do? So I remember my sister sent me your page. And I know, like, I watched your videos. You were all about reverse dieting and, actually eating to lose weight. So I was like, you know what? I'm at this point right now where I don't know what to do. Let me just try it. I've tried everything else. Let me just try this. Um, so obviously I joined and it was like the best decision I've ever made. So from the beginning, you upped me to, I think it was like 13, 1400 calories. That to me, to a normal person, that's not a lot. That to me was like, oh my goodness. And then I noticed like I didn't gain weight. So I'm like, how was I eating 900 calories, gaining weight? And then I ate 1400 and I lost weight actually. So then obviously we work together and you've just helped me so much mentally too, which that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I had a really bad relationship with food and I would go out to the point where like I would eat one extra thing and feel sick, like physically have anxiety about it. So yeah, so you helped me that way. And also mentally, I'm still on that like journey, that mental journey, but I've improved so much since the beginning of us.
Yeah, no, dude, thank you for that. And so because listen, because we have worked together for the last 9-10 months, the novelty has worn off a bit. Right now it's kind of like a part of your life. So if I caught you 8 months ago, it would be like still in that kind of like wow factor. But I mean, realistically, dude, you were eating 900 calories. And listen, I think it's it is very hard to go from eating so little. And so you had a bodybuilder style coach who, you lost weight. You got what you wanted out of it. But in terms of a sustainable life and like a good relationship with food, with yourself, with the gym, that is what I noticed originally, was where we needed to come in and do a lot of work. We and here's the thing, even though we reversed that like 1400 calories, I felt it was hard for me to only put you at 1400, like like 1400 seems like very little to me. So even you saying, wow, like this is crazy. It's always fun for me to give someone who thinks that more food is going to do harm and it actually ends up benefiting them. So how many calories are we currently at right now? Can you tell the people?
I am currently at 2,100 calories. So like
Mm.
two and a half, like more than two times what I was eating, which to me is like, I can't even believe I'm saying that. I would have sometimes 2,000 calories in like 4 days. So it's great. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and so here's where we've gone so far since working together, right? We reverse dieted you. And then we did go into a fat loss phase where we cut calories. Our goal was to get leaner. But eventually I do think because you were basically in a deficit for a large portion of the last, what, 5 years, or a decent amount of time of your life. um we noticed, hey, we need some more development in muscle tissue, right? Because we want to build muscle in certain parts of our bodies, our glutes, hamstrings, legs, arms, just get toned up, get that toned look, right? And we went through all the phases that we could for us to say, okay, this is where, let's shift our focus into, because at first, right, everyone wants to go through a fat loss phase. um and I think now, and really quick, here's what I want to ask you.
Mhm.
What were some beliefs about food that you had before we started working together? What were some beliefs, like, surrounding food with weight loss? Like, just take me into your beliefs with that before working together and then now working together.
So before working with you, I thought, like what a lot of people think, that food is going to get me fat. So that if I eat a lot of food, I'm just going to get fat. And then that's where the like binge eating came into play, because I would restrict myself so much. And then I would in my head say, okay, it's the weekend now, I can enjoy. And then I would overindulge in everything. And then I would be up 5 pounds the next day. And I know that wasn't fat, but at the time I thought it was. Like I thought I was gaining 5 pounds of fat because I ate bad one weekend. And it was just because my metabolism was holding on to all of that. So I did think that food was going to get me fat. I didn't think that I was able to eat the foods that I liked. Like now I can put like a Reese's Pieces cup in my plan and not feel guilty about it, where I thought that was like, there's no way I could do that. I just had to have chicken and broccoli and that was it. So just like my views are on eating food and the types of food, completely changed 100%.
Yeah, dude, and here's the thing, right? uh just to be like transparent with everybody, we're not on here saying, hey, Nicole's 20 pounds down. We're mainly saying, hey, Nicole has had a really good physique recomposition, right? We have more muscle now, and honestly our body fat percentage is really very similar to when we first started, right? We just have more muscle now. And so going into that, um really for me, the transformation here, aside from putting on muscle, um is that meant, like, the literally the mental growth that you've had. And do you still have spurts when, just like we're human beings, right? We get anxiety and we have this around food, but I think deep down, your mentality is 100% changed for the better, because, dude, you're at 2100 calories now. You're training hard, and so really quick, I do want to ask you, how, training, how has training been going, um in terms of your strength, since really implementing more food?
So it's been amazing. So before we started, obviously I was eating so little, I would work out at home and I would do these intense like YouTube video workouts. And I thought they were like incredible and amazing, but I was lifting like 5 to 8 pound weights. And I thought that was, at the time, I'm like, that's heavy for me. And I just had no energy. Like I was completely, after a workout, it could be at 9 in the morning. The rest of the day I was like shot, like all of my energy was out. So then when we started working together, you said, I want you to go to the gym, which for me, that was like anxiety too, because I haven't been to the gym in like 5 years. So then I started going to the gym, and then I started, first I was embarrassed. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know how to do things. Obviously you helped me with the videos and everything, but I just like my strength it went up so much. And like I used to curl 5 pounds, and now I'm finding myself, it's not heavy, but for me, I'm doing 20 pounds. For me, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Like like I just finally got to 20s and like I struggled, but from 5 to 20 in a few
Yeah,
months, for me, that's huge.
dude.
So yeah.
No, that's amazing. And I think a lot of times, you know, when I like to show, hey, like, the mental growth transformation from relationship with food, eating more food, losing body fat. But dude, training, like building muscle, you've like, I mean, listen, this is like, I know we joke around a lot about it, but you've went from working out at home to going to the gym to going 5 days a week at the gym to now sending in form videos and just progressing. It takes time, right? To really build that confidence and really take that step. And I think that does come from doing the right things consistently and seeing and then ultimately believing in yourself. Because you are starting to believe in your ability to lift weights, eating more food, which is something I mean, you've never eaten 2,100 calories consistently in your life. You see how it makes you feel in the gym. You're feeling more confident in gym. It's a butterfly effect. And right now, our goal, we're really working on, lower body growth, glute focused. And so that's really, we're working on, dialing in just specificity, right? You have goals and we're planning on improving in those aspects. And it's been really cool to see the transformation mentally and physically, dude. Because it takes both. You got to be good up here in order to be good right here, right? In order to, really, there's a difference between saying, hey, I've lost weight, and then also, hey, I'm confident enough to go to the gym, film my videos in front of people, be a part of this community where like you're posting your recipes because you're like a chef, you're macro chef. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been really cool, and I appreciate you for just buying in because there's times when you still feel like you have patterns of still feeling like, hey, you know, the old habits die hard. So what I'm saying is you still feel like, hey, 2,100 calories, the scale, you're 124 right now, right? Putting the weight, on blast, which is a good thing. Like I was cheering. You said, hey, I was 124. I'm like, hell yeah. You're like, so I mean, dude, did you think that you'd ever be trying to gain weight in your life either?
I never. I always wanted to be like the smallest, skinniest version of myself. And it's funny because we're talking about weight before too. I used to do like a glute bridge with no weights and die. And now I just hit like a 95-pound hip thrust, which for me, that's like crazy to me because I never thought I would be able to do any of that. So I just feel like a lot more confident and more strong. So I just obviously thanks to you.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I think a lot of it is because of you, right? Like, um, I listen. I'm gonna take some credit. My light just went off. I am gonna take some credit just pushing you, right? Because I know, like, not everybody. Nicole, you came in ready to just like you're committed. You care about what the things that you put your mind to. You care about, and so it's fun for me to say, hey, you are a lot stronger than you think. You are braver than you think. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing that. And then I also love because I can tell anybody that and they can just still stay in their shell. But you've really kind of broken out of that. And it's been really cool to see. So I think we've really touched on everything, strength, relationship with food. Here's also my thing. Are you still able to enjoy yourself? Like, do you still go out? Do you still, participate in friend activities? Kind of what's your training life balance here? Like, what has that been?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get like a little personal here too. When I was in my like phase of not eating, my relationships were going down the drain because I would not want to go out with anybody. I wouldn't want to see anybody. If I had 100 calories more than I was used to, I would blame the person that I was with. Oh, you made me eat this. Like it just my relationships were bad. Like I didn't want to go out. I stayed in all the time and like it was very obsessive and terrible. And now that I'm eating more food, I'm able to go out and enjoy myself. And some days, like, I'll still follow like my plan in the day, in the afternoon and stuff like that. But some days, like, I'll go out and I'll be down the next day because I'm not even eating as much calories as I had, like during the week. So, like, I'm able to go out and enjoy myself. Still, I'm very particular and I don't like to go off my macros. That's just me. But now I'm able to still do that if I want to, and it doesn't mess up my whole progress like it once used to. So like just my life has improved in general, my relationships and everything. So
Yeah, dude, I actually remember that like when we had our first talk, that was something you brought up is like your personal relationships and just staying in because you didn't want to eat food that would make you gain weight. And so it's another big shift. You're going out all the time, you and your sister, family, like events, like you guys are going out and enjoying life. Um, so I have two more questions for you. One is what made you decide to take a chance and trust me because we met for the first time on our very first call and you know you trusted me, which I really appreciate, and I like, I take a lot of pride in what I do. But what made you feel like, hey, I'm gonna invest in this program with Nick and kind of just buy in?
So I feel like there's two things. One being the obvious that like you have been down this road before. Like you had said that you used to undereat, do a lot of cardio, and like so we were very similar in that way. But also just like with my first meeting with you, I feel like you understood that like life happens, and in the past, like not talking bad about anybody, but other people I've worked with, like if I had an extra carrot, it would be like, oh, you're going to gain 5 pounds the next day. You can't go out. You can't do this. And I feel like you, like understand that like it's life, like things happen, things come up, but it doesn't mean that your fitness goals won't, happen or like, I don't know. I just feel like you get it. And I feel like you were very honest and I just felt that. So, yeah, like there was no questions asked. You were like, are you in? I was like, hell yeah, I'm in right
Yeah,
away.
dude, no, that gives me chills. Like, I actually have chills thinking about that. And I appreciate that, dude. Like, I definitely like being genuine, and like not, yes, it's a business, but it also like is a business that's close to home for me. And like, dude, there's those fitness guys and girls and women who it's like straight up fitness is life, your chicken and rice. And there's people like that. And that does suit some people. But who I am, what I like to do, I like to live life and also see results. And I did come from a place very similar to yours, dude. Like, and I think that, like you said, that's kind of why we clicked in, and why it makes sense. So, this is the last thing I want to ask you. First off, I appreciate you very much for that. You rock. And so, listen, you are a hardworking woman. You're career driven. You're successful. I know when we first started working, you were a realtor in that space. So, my question for you is what's the difference between someone who's busy, who struggles with macros and training and consistency, and then also you on the other hand, who is just as busy as someone else might be, but you just make it happen? I really just want to know kind of what your take on that is, because you take someone who has the same time in the day, and I don't believe that everybody has the same 24 hours, because we don't, but you are busy. You have, successful, busy, but you make it happen. Why is that?
So I feel like number one, the most obvious is like you really have to want it. And like that's something that I wanted more than anything, just like mentally, physically, everything. So you really have to want it. But I also feel like you have to plan. And for me, like I don't know, I am a planner. So like I feel like on Monday, I rather plan out my whole entire week and have like at least some idea of what I'm gonna have so I know I can stick to my goals. Like I don't want to just go out and say, oh, let me grab this, let me grab that, and try to add it up and stress myself at the end. I feel like it really, I don't know, I feel like I'm more successful because I do plan.
For
Um,
sure.
you can meal prep. I could take an hour or two on like a Sunday or a Monday, and you could bring food with you wherever you go. Like I'm a pharmaceutical rep, so I'm in my car all day long, and I just pack a lunchbox. I pack whatever I need. Whether it's a sandwich, a salad, whatever it is, and I feel like if you just do that, you'll be successful. So, um, yeah, like I also feel like sometimes you need more discipline than motivation, and I'm like big on that, because you're not always motivated, but if you want something, you have to be disciplined, and that comes with like planning. And so I feel like that's the reason why I'm successful with that is because like I really want it and I plan.
Yeah, dude. And you hear, I saw this thing and it was like, you know, you say you don't have time, but it's pretty much, and listen, this isn't for everybody, but it's just not a priority for you.
Yeah.
This is a priority for you. It's a priority for me, and for most people who are successful, it's a priority. It's not easy. Tracking macros, all of that isn't easy. If but it is if you allow it to be. If you make it a priority, it's honestly pretty damn easy. So, I think that was a great answer. Some people just make it a priority and it become pretty damn successful. So Nicole, dude, I appreciate you very much for doing this. Hopping on. It's been so much fun working with you. Um, we started in June. You signed on for another year in November. So we just like the possibilities are endless. And I just yeah, I'm excited to keep working. I'm excited to really grow and just continue to see progress. So I appreciate you for hopping on. And
Thank
yeah,
you. Everything you've done. So,
yeah.
yeah, you changed my life for the better. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means the world to me that I could have some sort of an impact. And like it also I'm not uh I'm really not good at like having someone tell me that. So I like to put the credit back on you. Like I just gave you the platform, the blueprint, and really you're the one who changed your life. So I appreciate you and reach new freaking heights. You're the best. All right.
You're
See you, dude.